All righty, we're going to go ahead and get started. Good evening, everyone. We're so excited to see all of you all, and we're so appreciative of all of you all joining us today. Welcome to National Lewis, aka NLU, and today is our new student webinar. So, we are here today to provide you with information, tips, and tricks, and just general information that's going to help you be successful during your first quarter at National Lewis as well as during your time at NLU. So, again, we're so excited and so happy for you all to be joining us. I do ask that you do keep yourself on mute, and we will save some time at the end for questions. So if you do have any questions throughout this experience, please save those questions, and at the end, we'll definitely make sure that you all have the opportunity to ask those questions. Okay? So before we get started, we do have our Vice President of Student Affairs who's here with us today. So we're going to transfer this over to him, and he's going to give us a welcome address at this time.
Thank you all, and thank you, Hannah, for that wonderful introduction. I want to share a PowerPoint that will guide us through our time together today. And as the main screen mentions, welcome to my second favorite day. Of course, my first favorite day is graduation. But in the same way that graduation is filled with accomplishment and pride, so is an orientation filled with enthusiasm, hope for the future, and experiences to come. All of those things are reasons that they're my two favorite days. But really what I want to focus on in our time is a space in between and really maximizing your time at NLU and really wanting to emphasize that a degree is not enough. We want to make sure everyone who's here today walks through the stage at graduation with a degree. But what's really going to distinguish is you and the experience is what you do in between. Get an education, not just a degree. Work on those internships, the research with your faculty members, maximizing your resources. That's what's going to make this an education, not simply a degree. So we ask you to share yourselves. I know Hannah will facilitate that later. So it's only fair that you know a little bit about us. I have been doing this for nearly 30 years. Have been working in student affairs at many different institutions, most recently prior to NLU, and I'm almost here now 2 years at Governor State. And my work in this area is really motivated by my own lived experience as a first-gen and immigrant to the US, and knowing the impact that a college degree had on my life and the ability for me to support my family. And my mission, my personal mission, is to lead a talented group of committed professionals to help ensure that the benefits we got from education are passed forward to you. So while I sit here today welcoming you, I want you to know that my story did not start here. So I want to show you a picture, and I want to engage with you through the chat. So get ready, get on the chat. I'm going to show you a picture of me as a kid and my passport picture. So this was me at 3 years old with my mom, and this is my passport picture when I came to the States at 12. The passport picture will be a clue. In the chat, the first person who can guess the country that I was born and raised in and then immigrated to the US will get some NLU swag. So get in there on the chat and type in a country. I will tell you if you are getting warm or cold relative to distance. Okay. Spain is close, Shelley. Portugal is right. Jamie, you got it. Portugal is right. Sorry, Kelly. Jamie beat you to it. There's more interaction. So at the end, Jamie, I will put my contact info. Please send me your address and t-shirt size. So yeah, this is me. A lot of people guess Cuba at first because of the fancy car with the picture, but this is me and my mom. I think she was 21 at the time, and this is my passport. So I want to get a little bit more engagement too. So Jamie has one t-shirt. Now, other than Jamie, someone else type in a description for this checkers board. Type in a quick description for this checkers board. see, pop that in. Doesn't have to be long, just describe it. Black and white squares, old school. All right, Devin. Old fashioned checkers, life is a game, yeah. Okay. All right, so far, oh, Isabel, wait, you're checking in. So far, I'm gonna say, Danielle, you've got the best succinct description so far. So Danielle, you get the second swag. So next, I want you to type in the checkers board. What's the description of the chessboard? Chessboard. So not Jamie, not Danielle, anyone else. Describe the chessboard. Basic chess, keep going. All right, Barbara, you got it. I'm gonna give Barbara the third gift, the third swag. And what you'll say between Barbara and Danielle's description is very similar. And this is what I want you to take away from our time today. You are graduate students or you are transfer students. You have done somewhere else the college thing before. However, if there are missteps, it's because of the assumption that can be made by looking at these two. These two boards look alike, but the rules are completely different. So lots of universities have a registrar's office, lots of universities have financial aid, but the rules and the application of those are different. And I thank you for taking time today for spending time to see how we're different. One of the main examples, for instance, is that we are in quarters, not semesters, and that shifts a lot of the time frames. So please take time to think through how NLU is different than your previous institution, in the same way that chess is different than checkers, even though they look the same. So I'm going to leave you with some pieces of advice, 3 pieces. One is to be always sure to check your email. I would recommend 3 times a week. We send lots of really good information. If you don't like checking another email, please forward it to your email of choice. Consider an on-campus job. It's a great way to ensure that you're connected. Stay connected to your peer leaders. Certainly myself, Hannah, and other staff members are here to support you, but teaching assistants, tutors, orientation leaders, and peer mentors, they've been more recent to your experience, so they can share pieces of advice that might be more meaningful to you. And I know I said 3, but I want to make another one. Executive privilege here. Stay safe and healthy. We're happy to turn the corner on COVID, but we still want to make sure that we're cautious and safe. With that, I want to make sure you all know about this. We are not requiring a vaccine, but we are promoting the vaccine. So we encourage you to get vaccinated. And once you do that, to submit your record of vaccines, because we are going to choose 1 new student and 1 continuing student each term to get a free tuition coverage. So if you submit your vaccination records by July 2, we will pick 1 returning student, 1 new student for free tuition for the summer term. If you don't get it, we'll pass along your submission for consideration. We're doing it in the summer, fall, winter, and spring term. So I will add this also in there, and we encourage you to do that. If you are a Chicago student, you might not get the tuition scholarship, but you will get directions on how to redeem a free coffee at the Daily Grind when you come to campus. So keep an eye out for that. As I mentioned, please stay in touch with NLU through Eagle Life, through our call center, our help desk. Let us know, but also keep in touch with me. My email is here. I will put it in the chat, as well as getting a hold of me on Facebook, Twitter, what I like to call DM the Dean. You are always welcome to do that. And thank you for joining us. We're so excited that you have made us your home as your next chapter starts here. So I'm going to stop and pass it over to Hannah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Valente, for that warm welcome. And we are going to continue on with our webinar. So my name is Hannah Wilson, and I am the Assistant Director of Student Engagement. And so I will be the one who will be facilitating this webinar on today. Before we get started, I think it's really important that even though we are on this virtual platform, you still have the opportunity to get to meet some of your fellow classmates and some of your fellow individuals that you're going to be connecting with and communicating with throughout your time at NLU. So we're going to take some time really quickly just so that you have the opportunity to get to know each other. We're going to use the breakout function, breakout functions really quickly, and we're just going to give you all the time just to make sure that you guys can introduce yourselves to about 2 to 3 other individuals, okay? So we're just asking that you say your name, your major, your year, and why did you choose NLU? What is NLU going to do for you? Is this going to assist you with bettering your career, or are you starting a new career? Why did you come to NLU? So that's the question that we want you guys to answer within your small groups, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and do that for about 5 minutes. All right, you guys ready? We're gonna go ahead and get started. So we have about 4 to 5 people in each group. And so we're gonna give you guys about 5 minutes just to go ahead and answer that question. So we really want you guys to leave this experience, not only with the resources that's gonna help you be successful, but we also wanna make sure that you meet other students as well, okay? So we're opening the breakout rooms right now. If anybody needs help making it to a breakout room, please let me know. All right, we're going to give the groups about 1 more minute and then we'll go ahead and bring everybody back. All right, it looks like everybody's back, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Before we get started, can everybody see my screen? So if you wanna just use the reaction function and just say, or just wanna nod your head and say, you can see my screen?
I
Perfect,
see it.
awesome, thank you so much. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So on today's agenda, within this webinar, we're first going to start off with just providing you all with some tips and tricks for online classes. I know some of you all probably have remote classes. Some people have a hybrid class, but in the midst of all of that, we want to make sure that you have all the tips and tricks that's going to help you be able to navigate your online classes, as well as being able to use some of that content for your in-person classes as well. Then we're going to go over a live demo of D2L. D2L stands for Desire to Learn, which is a system that all of you all are going to use in order to kind of connect with your professors. You're going to be able to utilize that to find out what you need for your classes. So it's a really important online tool that you guys are going to need. So I'm going to make sure that you have all the information for that. We're also going to go over the orientation modules. I know some of you all have been working on those. Some of you all have sent me questions. And so we're going to go through that to make sure that you guys know how to navigate that system as well. Also provide you all with some involvement opportunities that we have this summer. Or National Hooters is really into making sure that we have involvement opportunities and keeping us together as a community. So we're going to express some of the information and some of the events that we have this summer for you all to get involved, whether it be in person or virtually. And then we're going to have some time at the end for you all to ask me any questions that you guys might have. All right, so the tips and tricks. So as of right now, we're using Zoom, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you all have used Zoom, especially with us being in this time that we are living in right now. All of us have been navigating Zoom to the best of our abilities, but just to make sure that you understand Zoom to its highest function and make sure that you know all the tips and tricks for Zoom, we want to make sure we go over that as well. A lot of your professors, whether it be a hybrid or just completely online, are more than likely at some point are going to utilize Zoom. And so by utilizing Zoom, it's going to be two ways that your professor provides you with how to access it. They are either going to provide you all a link like you was given to attend this webinar, or they might just provide you all with the numbers. Either way that they provide you with that, you're still going to be able to get on Zoom. So as you see on the top right corner, you see a box. Usually when you go to Zoom and it says join a meeting, you're going to see that box. You're just going to hit join the meeting. When you press join the meeting, you're going to ask for those numbers, so you can do it that way, or you can take the whole entire Zoom link web address, put it in whatever internet browser you decide to use, and it'll take you straight to the Zoom, okay? And so that'll be the best ways to get on the Zoom. If you have any issues as far as navigating Zoom, or you're in class and your Zoom doesn't work, or you're in class and your computer doesn't work, or whatever it might be, we have a 24-hour help desk that will help you whenever you need. So all you have to do is go to help desk at nl.edu or 866-813-1177, and they will help you and provide you information, content, anywhere as far as whatever you need, whether it be Zoom, your computer, anything related to technology, they'll be able to assist you. All right. And a good thing also too, sometimes your professor might have it where you can't get on until they allow you to get on. That's totally fine. You can utilize that time just to test your audio, test whatever, make sure you can hear, make sure you can see. Utilize that time to make sure that once class starts, you are A-okay and good to go. Just to go over the control panels of Zoom. So at the bottom or even at the top, you'll see the control panels. And the control panels are really important, especially when you're in class. Like I mentioned before, when I told everyone to make sure you're on mute, it's important that you stay on mute. And if you see the control panel, that first box is mute. And it's important to stay on mute because a lot of times, especially if your professor, your instructor is talking, a lot of that background noise, even if you aren't speaking, but a lot of that background noise can be heard to the entire class. So just making sure that you unmute unless you've been asked to have something to say, or unless you're given the opportunity to ask a question. The next function next to that is the video function. So that video function allows you to show your face. I like to tell students, unless something's going on or, for whatever reason, you just cannot show your face, don't. But if you can, show your face in class. Even though sometimes you might not even be saying anything, but just showing your face just assists us with being able to engage with your professor, being able to engage with your other classmates. So if you can, show your face and get engaged in the class, all right? We also see we have the new share function. So that's really important, especially if you're going to be presenting to the class, or if you need to show the class anything. It's really good to be able to know that, because that'll allow you to share your computer, okay? Another thing that most people don't know about sharing your computer, once you hit that button, it'll show you multiple windows, and those are all the windows that you have open on your computer. The very first window allows you to navigate your whole entire computer, allows you to switch from screen to screen. If you pick, one of the other boxes that just shows one, it's only going to allow you to navigate that one platform that you have open. But if you choose that first box, it allows you to navigate your whole entire screen. So I think that's something important for everyone to know. And then you have the chat function. The chat function is really important because a lot of times your professor is going to use the chat function to communicate with you. So they might pose a question and want you to answer the question in the chat. Or for whatever reason, it's really important that you use the chat. Even if you have questions, sometimes the professor might say, hey, you can ask questions, make sure you put it in the chat. So that's really important as well. We also have the reaction function. Sometimes professors like to use that as well. So I want you to know about the reaction function as well. And then also next to the chat, when you press the chat, there are 3 dots. Those 3 dots allow you to save your chat. And I like to tell people saving the chat can be really important because sometimes some awesome content comes up in the chat. Sometimes your professor shares links in the chat. Your classmates share links in the chat. Classmates, professors put information in the chat. So sometimes instead of being able to hurry up and grasp all that and write notes, save the chat. So then you can go back to the chat and see all that great content that was put in the chat. Okay? And then also everyone should know, just being able to leave. If you have to leave your class for whatever reason, you'll know at the bottom that you'll see it says in meeting, and that'll take you out of the meeting. Okay? I think we highlighted just about everything when it comes to Zoom. And to dive deep into our tips and tricks just for online learning, I just think it's important that you definitely grasp these 8 concepts. Because sometimes when you are not physically in the classroom, it can get hard to stay engaged. It can get hard to be present. But I feel like if you leverage these 8 tips and tricks, it'll definitely help you be present and stay consistent in class. So number one, treat online classes, online courses as a real course. So even though you might be at home, at your desk or even in your bed sometimes, still get up, change your shirt, if that helps you feel fresh and feel ready to go. But act like this is actually in class. So, whatever you would have done if you were sitting in a classroom, try your best to do those same things as if you were in a classroom. Hold yourself accountable, set goals and set time frames for yourself that'll help you meet deadlines, help you do your homework, help you actually get up and be on Zoom, help you actually get up and put your camera on. Set goals and so you can hold yourself accountable. Practice time management. A lot of times your professors have a certain way that papers are due or discussion posts are due. Set a time schedule for you so that hey, okay, I'm going to do my homework on this day. I'm going to do my discussion post on this day. So once you get your syllabus, sit down and figure out what is the best way for me to practice time management. That also goes into creating a regular scheduled study space and stay organized. Find that space that's going to allow you to be able to study without distractions, whether it be at home in a certain space, because sometimes we have kids, we have a husband, or we have roommates, and sometimes it can get hard to be able to study in a quiet space at home. But try to find that space at home if you can. The awesome thing now, we're a little bit more open. So if you need to go to a coffee shop or even if you want to come to campus has awesome places where you could come and study and have, that quiet space and alone time to do what you need to do as far as your classwork. And that goes with eliminating distractions as well. Figure out how you learn best. We all learn differently. Nobody learns the same, but find out what makes you learn your best, what allows you to get your work done, what allows you to be focused, what allows you to be able um, to be present in class. Figure out what works best for you and actively participate. Like I said before, try to keep your camera on when the professor asks questions. Ask questions, raise your hand, participate, be involved in class, even though you might be on an online platform. And leverage network. Networking is so important, whether it be in the classroom or outside the classroom. You never know how that connection in the classroom could take you to your next steps. All of us are here to move forward in our careers at some point. And so leverage those connections now with your professors, with your classmates, because you never know who knows who and who can assist you with getting that job that you might want or getting that experience you want. So even today, that's why we did that activity at the beginning of this webinar with you allowing you to meet a couple people because you never know who you might meet who can help you get you to that next step. So make sure you leverage networking, make sure you leverage connections in this experience, in your college experience, and even in your work experience. Right? So now we're going to get into the live demos. So first we're going to head onto our D2L. So I'm going to go ahead and go to that. So again, I'm going to ask everybody just to use the reaction function or just nod your head and let me know if you can see my screen because I just took you all to another screen. So we're good to go? Perfect. So this is D2L, okay? So I've already logged in. And so all of you at some point now should know about D2L. When you go to D2L, you're going to use your portal information. Your portal information is going to be your student email address and whatever password you have created. So that's going to help you navigate and get into D2L. Okay, D2 is really important because your professor or your instructor is going to use D2L as a form of communicating with you. They're going to put your syllabus on here. They're going to put your classwork on here. You're going to submit your assignments on here. Discussion posts is going to be on D2L. All of that is going to be on D2L. So it's really important that you learn how to navigate D2L. So we're going to go ahead and just jump around and kind of show you a few things. This is the home screen of D2L. So if you're taking 3 classes, you'll see 3 boxes, and each one of those boxes is going to represent a class. So if you're taking English 101, that'll be a box. If you're taking Math 101, that'll be a box. If you're taking Intro to Psychology, that is going to be a box. Each one of your classes is going to be a box. So for example, we see NOU Student Online Demo Course. So let's say this is our class for today. So we're going to press that. So now, if this was English 101, it would say English 101. And now we're going to scroll down, and it provides you with all the information you need. So again, if you need help with tutoring, how to get in contact with your instructor, if you're having issues, again, reiterating the NOU help desk 24/7, and here's the number right here, as well as the email address. Okay. We're going to go to content. And so we see content. On the left side, you see a start here. Usually that start here will provide you with the syllabus and any introduction information you might need. So that might be online books you might need, or hard copy books that you might need, your syllabus, anything you might need to start the class or anything you might need before the class gets started, that will be in the start here option. Okay. For most of your classes are about 10 weeks. So a module usually represents a week. So week 1 will pretty much be anything that's due that week, any of the readings that are due that week, anything you have to do that week will be in each module in connection to that first week of school, or that week of school at that time. So again, Module 1 can be overview and outcomes of that week. It can be readings that you might need for that week. It can be quiz assignments, homework assignments, whatever you need for that week, it'll be in that particular module for that week. So usually you'll see about 10 modules, and each one of those modules represent that week. Okay. And I would say, and that's part of, and we'll talk about this in our modules, because within our modules, it's a module that helps you navigate. So please, when you have the opportunity, take some time to come in here and navigate, press buttons, just kind of get familiar with how this operates and how this works. Discussion boards are really important too, especially when it comes to online classes and even, in-person or hybrid classes. It's really important to understand how to navigate discussions, because a lot of times, I would say our professors do utilize this. And so sometimes your professor might pose a question, and once that professor poses the question, it's up to you to go in here and answer the question. Once you answer the question, then you go back and then you comment on your classmates' answer. So it creates this overall back and forth discussion. And I would say in my college experience, it's been some great, great content that has came out of discussion. So, and I would say take discussion seriously. When you're about to post your discussion, really critically think about your answer, because like I said, some really good, deep information sometimes really comes out. And you really also get to know your classmates also through discussion. So definitely take advantage and, really dive deep when you're thinking about posting on your discussion posts. We also have assignments as well. And so usually with assignments, if you have a paper, if you have a project, PowerPoint, whatever it is, all of those will be posted here. And so this is where you'll also be able to upload this assignment as well. So for example, it can be, final English paper, or now it says practice assignment demo submission folder. You would press that. Usually the professor will put right here, some content about the assignment, maybe a rubric about the assignment, or what the assignment was. Then you'll scroll down, and then you'll have add a file. You'll press add a file. Once you press add a file, you go to where you have posted your assignment, and then you will upload it. Okay. If you have any comments that you want to associate with the assignment, you could put it here. After that, press submit. Okay. This will also be where your professor or your instructor will also provide any information about the assignment as well. So you would post that here. And so usually, again, you'll have completion status. So it'll say, it's been completed or it's been submitted. If it's 10 points, you'll get your score. So if you get 10 out of 10, you'll get 10 out of 10. Your instructor will put some comments as far as what that professor or instructor felt about that assignment, and then also you'll have the due date. Okay. Going over to our grades, this is important as well because usually your professor will have all of your assignments here. And with all of your assignments here, you'll be able to see at a huge glance all of your assignments. So all of your assignments be here with the points and with the percentage. So it's really good, you know, from time to time just to look at this to see and make sure you're good to go, make sure you're getting all of your assignments in and making sure you're staying on top of what your grades actually are. And just to highlight some other tools, you have the chat, very similar to a Zoom chat. It's a great way for you to communicate with your professor, great way to communicate with your classmates as well. A checklist, usually your professor will have a checklist, and this is all the things that you need to make sure you do within this class. Also, there's a class list as well, so you're able to see everybody that's in your class, okay? I would say go through all of these things just to see. Some of these things aren't here. Your professor might not ever utilize, but if your professor is going to utilize them, they will definitely let you know in your syllabus as well. So definitely go through this. It's really important to know about the quizzes as well. So I'll highlight this. So go on here, play around with this. A lot of times your professor, if they're going to use D2L for quizzes, you will find it right here as well. And just to highlight some of the things that we have to offer at NLU that's associated, you know, library, if you want to know information about the library, you can press this and it'll take you to our NLU library site. If you need ADA accommodations, you know, if you need to talk to learning support, tutoring, career development office, all of this can be found here and it will take you straight to where you need to go to get that information that you need for that. Okay? So again, make sure you take some time to go through D2L so that you can be very familiar. I would say definitely take some time between now and Tuesday. So once Tuesday starts, you'll already be familiar. Also, some of your professors might have already posted the syllabus. So even sometime today, if you have time, or tomorrow, see if your professor has posted the syllabus so that you can make sure you have everything you need to start classes on Tuesday. And just to highlight at the top, sometimes you might see numbers up here or a check. That means somebody, if you see the envelope, that means somebody sent you a message alert. So they sent you a personal message. Also, we have if somebody sent you a chat, that'll be there. And then also if a professor has uploaded an assignment or uploaded a new document or anything, you'll get an updated alert. You'll see a number there. That means that something new has been added. Okay. All right. So we're going to go back to our PowerPoint. And before we go into talking about the our modules, I just want to say make sure you take some time to download the EAB navigation app, because this will also allow you and use your portal information as well, but this will allow you to check your schedule. It'll allow you to schedule appointments with your advisor. It'll also help you connect to D2L as well. If you need to just get in contact with your advisor, anything about your classes, schedule, discover resources, get reminders, any of that, all of that can be found in this app. So if you have some time right now, if you're not on your phone, take some time really quickly to pull out your phone and download the EAB app. All you have to do is go to your Apple. If you have an Apple phone, you know where you need to go to download apps, or if you have an Android, go where you would need to go in order to download this app. I think it's really important that you have this app, especially as a student at NLU. All right, I see we have something in the chat. Couldn't see. I don't know. I'll go back and look because I couldn't really see it, but I'll go back and answer those questions. All right. Now we are going to talk about our modules. Okay. Has everybody attempted to do their modules? Is people familiar with modules? Okay. If you want to just use the reaction function, thumbs up function, just want to see where everybody are with the modules.
I know I'm one who's been emailing you. I cannot log in for the life of me to do these.
Okay, so hopefully, if you are having any problems with your modules, please stay on. Hopefully, today we can kind of resolve that today, even by doing this demo. And then also, if not, please stay on after, and I will help anybody who needs assistance getting on their modules. So now we're going to go into talking about our modules. So first, it's really important that you log in. So as you can see, anybody can go to this site and just get into D2L. Not D2L, get into Presence, which is Eagle Life, but you definitely have to log in if you want to get credit. It's really crucial that you log in to get credit, okay? So at the top right corner, you see a little icon that looks like a person, and then you press the arrow down and it has login. Make sure that you are logged in. You're going to use your same portal information. The only thing about this is that when you use your email address, you have to put in your whole entire email address. So if your email is, for example, hwilson9@nl.edu, you have to write all of that, not just hwilson9, but hwilson9@nl.edu. You have to put your whole entire email address. That's really important. And then also utilize your same password. It's also really important that you use Google Chrome as well. That's also really important because you're going to get the best experience if you are using Google Chrome. Okay. Also, it's really important too that if you are a degree seeking student, yes, it's imperative that you do your modules. If you are not a degree seeking student, then you can definitely do the modules, but you don't have access to Present. So I know sometimes people are like, I need to do the modules, but you won't be able to log in if you're not a degree seeking student. So those are some things that is really important. I think sometimes if you know those might help you along the way. Okay. Once you get to this screen, you're going to be doing the new student online orientation modules. All right. And so once you do that, you'll go in, you go to that one, the one I just showed you, new student online orientation modules. You'll look at some of the information. They're just going to provide you of what this module is all about. We have some videos, we have some flyers. Once you do that, you scroll down and then you go ahead and get started. So you know that you are logged in and you know you are getting credit when you see these arrows are turning green. If you did this module and you're done and the arrow's not green, that means you either did not do the questions that are associated with it or you have not logged in. So it's really important that you log in. And when you press your modules are all different. They include, some of them are just reading, but we try to make it as interesting and cool as possible. So some of them do have videos, cool visuals. So make sure that you do look at all of that content, because even though we do ask a couple questions, you never know where the questions are coming from. So it's really important that you acknowledge all of the content. So again, module overview, what this module is going to be about, content, videos, all of that. Shouldn't take you no more than 60 to 90 minutes to do all of the modules. You can do them in increments. So if you do this module, finish this one, come back later and do the second one, third one. You don't have to do it all in one setting. So read all of the information, watch the videos. Once you have done that, we also make sure we provide contact information as well. But once you've done all of that, you're going to scroll back up to the top. 1 second. See, I'm not even logged in. And see, you notice that I was not logged in. So what I was looking for to show you, you actually can't see it unless you are logged in. So I think I'm glad that that did that so you guys can see. So I'm gonna log in. And now since I'm logged in, you see this icon here that says apply to earn. You do not see that button unless you are logged in, okay? So it's really important that you log in. So once you have read all of the information, you've watched all the videos, you're gonna press apply to earn. Once you hit apply to earn, it's usually 1 or 2 questions. So for this example, it's asking you to go to D2L, which I just showed you. It's actually you to play around with it, look around, do a few things. They want you to practice submitting an assignment. They want you to practice posting a discussion board, and they want you to practice attempting to submit a quiz. Once you have done all of that, you are going to check that you've done it all. And we do hope that you actually go ahead and do it. It's really important because we really want you to learn how to do that. Once you have done that, you're gonna press those, you're gonna check that you did it, and then you're gonna submit for approval. Okay, it says you have been submitted successfully, perfect. Now that you've done that, it's gonna take you back to the home page where all of the modules are, and you can go ahead and move on to your next module, okay? So it's gonna take you back to New Student Online Orientation, and now you can move on to your next module, okay? Since we're on modules, I know people have had, some issues. Does anybody have any questions about the modules?
I do have a question, sorry. I honestly do not know where did you go to find them? Because
Perfect.
I'm logged in, but I did receive a text message, but I wasn't sure what they were referring to.
So you've been able to get to this section right here?
No,
Okay, no problem. What I'll do is I can send you, I'll put a link in the chat. So before we leave, I'll put a link in the chat, okay?
thank you so much.
Yes, it's nl.presence.io, but I'll make sure that I put it in the chat so that you have it.
Thank
Okay,
you so much.
no problem.
Anna, I watch all of them, but I didn't log in. I was trying to log in, but I couldn't. I was typing my email and the password, and I don't know, I couldn't log in, but same way I watch all the modules, so I don't know.
Okay, so we'll talk afterwards and we can see what's going on. Because if you've watched all of the videos, I'm pretty sure you can remember all of the content. So we'll just get you logged in and then you can just go in and just really quickly knock out a couple of those questions.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Okay, all right. So that's pretty much all that we have concerning the online orientation modules. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the presentation. Once we finish, like I said before, if you have any questions or need any assistance about the modules, I'll definitely stay on and help everyone make sure that you know how to get on and make sure that you're getting the credit that you deserve for doing the modules. Right. So involvement opportunities, and I think it's important that you guys get involved. Yes, we are here for in-class experience, but also part of college is getting involved in learning from other aspects as well. So right now this summer, and we have way more than this, but I just wanted to show you all the highlights. So before we even discuss what we have going on, download the Eagle Life app. So the Eagle Life app has all of our events on there. So if you ever want to know what's happening at NLU, download the Eagle Life app. It's going to tell you all of the events we have going on campus. It's going to just give you a whole rundown. So, and I always tell students, when you wake up, go to the Eagle Life app and see, hey, what can I get involved in today on campus, whether it be on campus or whether it be virtual. So go ahead and take some time to download the Eagle Life app, okay? Next week is the first week of school, and it's also our summer welcome week. So we have a week of events ready for you all to get involved in. We're going to be having a virtual game night on Tuesday. On July 7th, we're going to be doing a virtual campaign through social media because here at NLU on Wednesdays, we wear blue, and we're really excited about the affinity that we have at NLU. So be a part of that online engagement and that competition that we're going to be having on July 7th. And then on July 8th, we're going to be having an in-person snack and paint. We're so excited to be able to come back and have on-campus programming. So join us if you can on July 8th from 1 to 3 p.m. Here in the Office of Student Engagement at 122 on Chicago in the Den. And then on July 9th, we're really excited about this as well. As you all know, we have multiple campuses. So our Wheeling campus is going to be doing a movie on the lawn. And so we're really excited about that. So if you're free, join us on July 9th at 7 o'clock from 7 to 10 for that. You can definitely bring your family, you can bring your friends. It's going to be music, entertainment along with the movie, as well as free food and popcorn. So you don't want to miss that. And then on July 9th, we are giving away, we are going to be providing $5 tickets to be on the Ferris wheel at Navy Pier. As you know, a lot of times being able to ride the Ferris wheel is $20 and up. And so we are advertising and giving away $5 tickets. So all you have to do is go, and this for all of our events that require you to RSVP or sign up. All you have to do is go on Eagle Life, and you can sign up for all of these events. So we would love to see all of you all at these events on next week, from July 6th through July 9th. And then on July 15th, we're going to be having an ice cream social at 12 o'clock at the Chicago Center, 122 Den. And then also we're having a summer book club, and the book is A Terrible Thing to Waste. So if you want to be a part of that, get the book today so that by July 30th, you're ready to go and be a part of our summer book club. And then Eagle Fest. This is our second annual Eagle Fest, and we're so excited that we're able to do this again. Our first Eagle Fest was last year. You know, we were in COVID and we wanted to be out, but we still wanted to see people. So we started this tradition in Maggie Daly Park, which is downtown, across the street from the university. And this year we're doing it all over again, bigger and better. So we're really excited about Eagle Fest. All of our student organizations are going to be there. It's going to be games, entertainment for you, your family, and your friends. So bring your family, bring your kids. It's going to be a caricature, face paint. It's just going to be an awesome carnival vibe, as well as free food. So come out and be a part of that. We're going to have a DJ as well. So come out and be a part of Eagle Fest 2021. It's going to be an awesome time. All right. And then Dr. Aurelio Valente, he talked about this earlier, and I cannot press it enough that we're doing this vaccination campaign. And so if you've been vaccinated and you want to be a part of this to get this scholarship, you know, definitely go ahead and sign up. I saw some people in the chat said they already did it, so that's really awesome too. So even when this is over, I'll go ahead and put that link in the chat as well, so that you guys can go ahead and upload that information so you can be in the drawing to receive free tuition. Who does not want free tuition, okay? You look back, you're gonna look back 20 years later and be like, oh my God, I'm so happy I got free tuition. So if you are able to, go ahead and upload this information so that you can be a part of being able to get that free tuition. Okay. And before classes start, I just want to highlight a couple of things that I think is really important. It's almost just like a checklist, just to make sure that you are ready to go. You know, make sure you've completed your online modules if you haven't done so already. And again, I'll stay on after just to make sure you guys, if I have to answer any questions for you, make sure that you attend what you're doing now. You're attending one of the new student webinars, so we are happy about that. Make sure you check your NOU email. Dr. Valente said that it's important that you check your email at least 3 times a week, and that's really important because you never know what might be coming to your email. You never know what professors are giving you, or you know what information is being asked from you. So make sure you are doing that. If you need ebooks, make sure that you've done that. Make sure you have downloaded the EAB app as well as the Eagle Life app as well, because there's going to be some really important information there. And again, make sure you always have the help desk number on file. So if you have any questions or need any assistance, make sure that you have that number on hand. And once classes start, attend Welcome Week. You know, we're really excited. We want to get to know you. We're happy that we're able to come back. So we want to see student faces in the building. So if you can, come join us so we can interact and communicate with you. You know, introduce yourself to your professors, instructors, especially when you're on Zoom. Sometimes it's easy to, you know, not really build those relationships, but introduce yourself to your professor and, you know, get to know your professor so that when you need help or when you really need to communicate and contact them, or, you know, you might need to turn in an assignment, they know who you are and they know your personality and they know you mean business. So go ahead and introduce yourself to your professors. Join the student organization. You know, another way to learn and get involved is joining student organizations. We have a plethora of them here. And if we don't have them here, you can join, you can start one. All you need is 1 and 3 other students to start a student organization. And we would love to bring new student organizations here. Participate in campus activities, like I mentioned before. You know, create study groups. Make sure that you connect with Career Bridge. One of the reasons we're here is for that next step, and that next step is bettering our careers. So why not now, while you have time, or just want to start from the very beginning, whether it be, you know, you're a transfer student, or this is your first year, or you're a doctoral student or a grad student, why not connect with Career Bridge and see how they can help you take you to the next level? And if you need help, assistance, don't sit back, contact learning support, contact your professors. We have free tutoring here. We have writing and math assistance. We have Grammarly, which is free, and we have the top notch, just not the free one. We have the one that we pay for. The institution pays for you to have the top notch version of Grammarly, which is awesome. I work here, use Grammarly for everything. So take advantage of what we have here. So that's going to be here to help you be successful, whether it be writing papers, math, whatever it is, it may be. And why not, at the very beginning, schedule your appointment with your coach or your advisor for the next quarter, so you'll be good to go with your classes and whatever you might need for the following quarter. Okay, so this is a checklist. We have this checklist also on our website. So if you're missing anything, or you want to go back and circle this, feel free to go ahead and do so on our website. All right, that's pretty much our presentation for today. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I do want to go ahead and just pull up a poll. I just want to make sure that, you know, we're providing everybody what everyone might need. So I'm going to just put up a poll just to make sure that we're not missing anything, and make sure that we're helping everyone. So we want to make sure that the modules and the webinar has been very beneficial and successful for you all. All right, it looks like just about everyone was able, and it looks like everyone, for the most part, said everybody felt the modules and webinar has been very helpful. If you know, I see a few people said no. So if you want to stay on and you need me to assist you a little bit further, I'm definitely here to help you. You can ask me any questions you guys might need, okay? This has been recorded. It will get sent out to your enrollment and your academic advisor. So if you want to go back and look at this over again, it'll definitely be here to your disposal, okay? Thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. It was great seeing all of your faces, and good luck on this summer quarter, and just good luck in general during your time here at NOU. All right, good afternoon, have a great night, and I hope to connect with you all at some point during your academic career here at NOU.
Bye, thank you.
No problem, thank you. And I'll stay on if anybody has any questions or need help navigating, getting getting into your modules. I'm here to help, and I'll stay as long as I'm needed.
I would love help getting into these modules. It just
Okay,
keeps
yeah.
telling me that my account is inactive and I need to contact an administrator.
Okay, we can definitely do that.
Hannah, and I do need help with, it's a very quick question.
Have a good night. Thank you.
All right, good night. Take care, everyone.
Is there a special place where I need to write, you know, the journal, or can I find the journal in some place, or how is that? I don't understand that part.
You said a journal?
Yeah, like in the assignments, when I have to write a journal.
Is that for your individual class?
Yes.
If I were you, I would contact your professor and ask them that question, because I'm not sure. This seems like this is catered to a specific class. And so I'm not sure if this is an online journal or if they want you to physically have a journal. Is this something that was in your syllabus?
Yes. I'm
Yeah.
with that. It's part of an assignment I have, and I want to start, but then I don't know where to find the journal, or it's just something that I write. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like I would, if I were you, I would contact your professor just so that you know for sure. But it seems like they just want you to have a journal for you, and you could probably get your own personal journal for you just to jot down, or it might be weekly questions. I'm not sure, but it just seems like they just want you to have a journal.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Hannah.
All right, no problem.
Bye.
All right, so Danielle, I know you asked me about online modules. Okay, and so
Me too. I have the same problem of logging on.
okay, and actually, okay, both of you all actually, hold on, I have some information for you all. Are you both, hold on. Are you both NDS students?
NDS?
Yes.
What is that?
So are you guys like non-degree seeking? Are you guys actually seeking a degree, or is this a certificate?
No.
Or
It's part of we're going for our master's.
okay.
Yeah.
Because I did reach out to, I did work on both of you guys issues, and so when I reached out, it said that you guys were NDS students. So this means that you guys are non-degree seeking students. So I'll dive deeper into that to see what that really means. Because if that's the case, that's why you don't have access to it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So let me let me dive a little bit deeper into that, and I'll reach out to you all either this afternoon, either tonight, because it's not the afternoon, but either
Hey
tonight
guys,
or tomorrow.
when we first signed up, did you guys sign up for your masters, or did you, sorry, we were in the same program, the cohort that we went forward. Did you guys first, because I first said math and I switched. So she had sent me a link, Martha, to sign up to change from math to this. So was there maybe one more link that you guys had to sign up for the master stuff?
I mean, I clicked on
I
graduate.
think when we first signed up 2 years ago, I wasn't degree seeking, but I thought by registering for these courses would make me degree seeking.
Okay, so
Right.
yeah, that could be it. Yeah, that could definitely be it. Let me just do a little bit more research on that, and I'll get back to both of you all.
Okay, thank you so much.
But yeah, I did reach out to our contact. That's why I was able to look at my email, because I did send them an email about both of you all today.
All right, so we'll hear from you by email later tonight or tomorrow.
It'll probably be tomorrow, because the day most people are off work, so it'll be tomorrow.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hello, Hannah. I have a question. Can you repeat for me, how do we log into a module? Because I was having problems too, but I believe it's because I didn't type the last part, the NL. I forgot what you had said it was.
Yeah, so you would use, so most people, it's like your first letter of your first name, your last name, and a number. So whatever your email is, your school ID is, whatever that is, you put that at student.nl. So whatever your student email address is, that's what you would put. So I think it's at student.nl.edu.
Okay. Do you mind doing an example in the chat, just because
Yeah.
I'm more of a visual person?
Yes. So for
Thank you.
example, so I'll put in my email address. It might be a little different because you're a student.
Yes.
And I'll put mine in as if I was a student, okay? So to be hwilson9 at student.nl.edu. Does your student email address look like that?
I thought my student email address was out. It was just at nl.edu. Is it not?
It could be, I thought that the student ones had student in it.
Okay.
I know most of,
I haven't seen student, but I have seen at my.nl.edu.
okay. So you might, I think my first year students, it says student, but it could be mine. Maybe for you all, it's mine. So you can try that one. So,
Okay, so I'll try both then.
yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So you could try H. Wilson, well, not H. Wilson, but yours at my.nl.edu.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Ms. Henner, I'm already logged in, but where do I go? Do I go into forms or where do I go once I'm in here?
So you're gonna go to, do you see experiences? Opportunities and experiences?
Oh, yes. Oh, experiences, okay. And
So when you
then-
see experiences, and
Mhm.
then you should see new student online orientation.
Oh, new student, okay.
Do you see that?
Mm, yes, is a new student freshman orientation?
No, so you'll go to opportunities, then you see
Okay.
experiences,
Okay. And
then when you give it a minute to just to populate, and then you'll see new student online orientation.
oh, I
Do you
see
see
it.
that? Okay, I can
Yeah.
share my screen if anybody wants to see it.
New student orientation. Okay, and then we just have to do those modules.
You just do those modules, but make sure you're logged in so you can get credit.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, no problem.
Thank you.
Any other questions for anyone that's still on? All right.